Welcome back. So today I'm bringing you guys another video, and this is going to be a tutorial on this look that I'm wearing right here. I feel like I've been on a roll with tutorials. I've been doing a lot of tutorials recently, and like it's not my fault. Like I just like to do tutorials. I guess it's kind of my fault. This look is actually one that I wore on Snapchat a couple of days ago. I wore it when I was going to Elver's little brother's graduation. And yes, you heard that correctly. The graduation was at like 11 o'clock in the morning, and this is what I wore to the graduation. I asked you guys if you wanted a tutorial on this look, and I got a lot of snaps back from you guys saying you definitely wanted a tutorial. So that's exactly what I did for you today, of course. And I should probably address the elephant in the room, which is my new background, kind of, sort of. Milkshake! I had this before I had the other background, which is that way, over there. But I decided to come back to this background because I kind of switched it up a little bit, made it a little bit cuter, and I feel like a vanity background is just so much better than just random perfumes. So I switched it this way. I'm still kind of playing around with it. Like, you can see how like annoying this light is right here. I'm trying to figure out how I did it before so that wasn't annoying. Also, I am doing a makeup collection slash vanity tour. Probably within the next week I'm doing it, so definitely stay tuned for that. I do have an old one that I always have linked down below, but you guys are like constantly, it's probably like the #1 request that I get is for a new one, so it's coming. So I think that's all that I have to say for this intro. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then please just keep on watching. So starting off the video, of course you guys already know, my eyes are primed, my brows are done, and my foundation is on. The first color I'm grabbing is by Makeup Forever. I'm actually using all Makeup Forever eyeshadows, and this is just a Sephora Z palette that I have filled with mine. And the color I'm using is M720, and I'm using it with a really fluffy brush, and I'm just working this on the inner and outer corner. You can see that brush is kind of jacked up, and the reason for that is just because my husband has to know home training, and he doesn't know what he's doing with himself. But I'm just throwing this into the crease just to act as a transition shade. It's a really warm transition shade, but it definitely does work with this look, especially since we're going in with so many colors, and some of them are really bright and intense. So this definitely does help the look out a lot. Then with that same exact brush, I'm going to go into the color M726, and I'm just going to do the exact same thing. I'm just kind of building up the depth, and we are going to go in with a lot of eyeshadows. Like a lot of eyeshadows, and a lot of them you're not even going to be able to see in the final product, but I promise it makes a big difference when blending out the darker eyeshadows. Then for this color I'm using M738, and I'm using this I think this is Equalizer. No, I lied. This is a fluffy brush by Morphe. It's a little bit more concentrated and a little bit more dense, so I'm focusing this more on the outer corner and then working it into the crease. I am being pretty heavy-handed with this. I do want a lot of color on this because we are starting to build up a lot of warmth in the crease. I know in the final product it's kind of more of like purples and pinks kind of a look, but this definitely does make a big difference. And then I'm just going to go in with the original brush that we used in the beginning, the jacked up one, and just blend out any harsh lines that we may have created. You're going to see I'm going to do this about 37 times throughout this tutorial, and especially when you're working with like reds and purples and colors like that, you really want to make sure you're blending so that you don't look sick and like you just got beat up or something. Did you know? Now for the red color, I am using M846. Most of them are mattes. That's just what the M stands for in front of the eyeshadow color. And these all do have names besides the numbers, but I don't know any of their names. I just go by that. And it's a very confusing system. But I forgot how much I love Makeup Forever eyeshadows. You can see just how pigmented and blendable and nice they are. I don't know why it's been such a long time since I've used them, but now I know I have to use them again. So I just took that same concentrated Morphe brush and just kind of focus that on the outer V and then into the crease again. And this color is kind of the main color in the look. You are definitely going to see this more than some of the other colors. So you definitely want to make sure you deposit enough color, but also blend it out. And because we have those lighter shades on in the crease, it's a lot easier to blend than if we were to not have them at all. Now with the purple shade that I'm taking is M928, which is probably one of the nicest purple shades that I own. It's so pigmented. You can see right here as I'm putting it on my outer V. It's super pigmented and just matte and smooth, and I love this purple shade. And I'm just taking a MAC, I think this is a don't quote me, like a 239 brush, possibly, maybe. I'm just putting that on the outer V and a little bit into the crease. This brush is a lot more precise than the other two fluffy brushes that we were using, so it's really just going to focus that on the outer V. I don't want to bring this up too high in the crease. I really want the crease to stay more of that red pink shade, and I just want to deepen up the outer V a little. And then I just took that Morphe brush that we used beforehand with the red shade with no additional product. I'm just blending out any harsh lines. Like I said, I'm going to be doing this at least 53 times throughout this entire tutorial, and I promise it's crucial every single time. Now I'm going into this little palette that I have that also has Makeup Forever eyeshadows, but these are like really small. These are from the studio case like years ago, and I think I'm taking a color, it's a black color, it's just M100, and I'm just going to focus this on my outer V. It's black, but in the end product you can't really tell that it's black. It just looks like a darker purple, which is exactly what I wanted. This black is super pigmented, but because we have that purple in there, and because we're not really taking this black up too high, it ends up just looking like a really dark purple, which, like I said, is exactly the look I was going for. And then just blending out the harsh lines again. I feel like a broken record. I've said this like 43 times. And then after we blend out the harsh lines with this brush, we're going to go ahead and blend out the harsh lines from this brush with an even fluffier brush. Like I said, we're blending for days. It's tough to get a good blend with purples and pinks, but because these shadows are so smooth and pigmented, it actually works out really well. And obviously because we put so many eyeshadows in the crease, but I promise this is the last one that's going in the crease. Once I'm done blending out those harsh lines, I'm grabbing the Stila Magnificent Metals Foiled Glitter and Glow. I don't know the entire name of this, but the Stila liquid eyeshadows, I'm grabbing the color Diamond Dust. I have been obsessed with these recently, just like everybody else has. But you guys saw that I hauled pretty much every single color, and I just love them. And I felt like this silver shade would work so nice in this look because it's kind of like an unexpected pop. So I just popped that on the lid, and then I took that brush, that MAC 239 that we use on the outer V, and just kind of blended out the harsh lines. These do set really quickly, so you want to make sure that you blend them out like immediately. Like I did this one eye at a time because I know that once these set, they're not going anywhere. Then for my brow bone, I just took M530 by Makeup Forever from that little studio case palette that I have. It's a matte shade. You could go in with a highlight with a shimmery shade or a metallic shade or whatever kind of shade you want. But I prefer usually something more matte or even satin, never anything too crazy. Then I just did a wing liner using my NYX Matte Liquid Liner. You guys know this is the one that I use all the time. And I, of course, skipped through this. I do have an entire video dedicated to how I do my liner and my lashes. Always linked down below. But then after I got my liner on, I just moved on to concealer. I'm first using the Kevyn Sensual Skin Enhancer in SX05, which is very light. I did want a pretty bright highlight, but I felt like that was too light. So then I went in with the Makeup Forever. That's not Makeup Forever. I'm obviously in a Makeup Forever kind of mood right now. I went in with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in medium light neutral and just put that on top and blended it all out with a damp beauty blender like I always do. And then for powder, I decided to go in with my RCMA No Color powder. I do really like this powder. I need to try new powders. Let me know what your guys' favorite translucent powders are. I've been looking at the Cover FX one and maybe the Dermablend one. I've been hearing a lot about both of those, so let me know if you guys have tried either of those or both of those, or if you like them, or just let me know in general. Then going back to the eyes, I'm just going to take the Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner in Perversion. This is still not better in my opinion than my Marc Jacobs highliner. You guys know what it is with the Marc Jacobs highliner, but I couldn't find that one for today, so we use this one instead. They both work really well. This is still a really nice eye pencil. I do enjoy these. They're very pigmented and smooth, but the Marc Jacobs is just unbeatable in my opinion. Then I just took the M100 black shade. It's just the matte black in the small palette, and I just ran this across. That doesn't sound like the right word. I just kind of smudged out my eyeliner with this, and I'm using the brush that comes, I think, in the Electric palette by Urban Decay. I know, like, how old is this brush? But I actually really like this brush for my lower lash line. So I use the smaller brush, or the smaller side because it's dual-ended, to blend out the black. And then I went in with M738 again on the more fluffy side and just blended out any harsh lines that were created with the black. And it made a really nice smoky lower lash line. I'm just saying, maybe not every time you get a palette, but sometimes the brushes are good. And I really like this one. So then I went back into my little Studio Case eyeshadow palette, and I took ME122, which you guys know is my holy grail inner corner highlight. I love this for the inner corners. It's a super like icy white shade, so I just took a really small brush and just popped that on the inner corners. You could probably use this on your brow bone also if you like a really intense brow bone highlight, but like I said, for me it just never looks right, ever. I don't know why. Then I just took Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara by L'Oreal. This is my favorite mascara as of lately, and just popped it on my top lashes and my lower lashes. And for falsies, I'm using Bella by Nubounsom. These have been my favorite for probably years now. But I don't know, because I've been trying some new ones recently, and I've been really liking them. So these might be getting replaced. I don't know. Stay tuned. We'll have to find out. Then I'm going to go ahead and move on to the face. I'm going to contour the face using the Urban Decay Shapeshifter palette. I have the medium dark shift one, and I just took that shade with the Nars Ita brush, which you guys know is still my holy grail. I know everybody and their mothers and their uncles and cousins has moved on from this, but I'm still here, still loving it. So I just took that shade, which you can see, even that shade is kind of dark on my skin, so I don't know how the other shade's going to work. And the cream contour shade is like super duper duper dark, so I don't know. That's why I'm like a little nervous to use it. But I just took that and contoured my cheekbones with it, of course. And now I'm bronzing up the skin and kind of blending out my contour with this bronzer. This is by NYX. This is the matte bronzer in Deep Tan. And I have been in love with this bronzer lately. I just think the color is so nice and like sun-kissed for my skin. And I've been head over heels with this. So now I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose. I am using Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. I love this especially for my nose contour. It's also really good for my cheek contour, but especially for my nose, because on my nose, you know, obviously I don't want something super intense like that Urban Decay. That shade is like on my nose that would look like a hot mess. But this color is just the perfect shade for a nose contour. Then for blush, I'm taking Fleeting Romance by MAC. I don't know if this is a limited edition. I definitely got this in a collection. I used to be like all about MAC collection, so I don't know if this is a limited edition or not. But I just popped this on the cheeks. I kind of just go right over my contour. I don't really focus on the apples of my cheeks because I already have a pretty round face, and I just feel like that makes it look even more round. So then for highlight, I'm taking Blissful by Ofra, which is a little bit more, I guess, pinky rose toned, and I love this highlight so much. Look at this, is probably like the third or fourth tutorial maybe I'm using this in, and it's just so intense. I just look at it. Do I have to tell you? It's so intense. I got this and Rodeo Drive at the same time. I haven't really used Rodeo Drive, but I love this color on my skin tone so much. I highly suggest, if you're like my skin tone, even if you're lighter and even if you're darker, I think this would look really good on you. Then of course you gotta highlight the Cupid's bow and the bridge of the nose. I feel like it's so essential for me to do that. I don't know, I just get so much satisfaction out of doing that. And for lips, I'm using Stone Lip Pencil by MAC. I wanted something really cool tone, of course. Stone is like pure gray. And so I'm using this, and then I went in with a NYX, what is it called? Soft Matte Lip Cream in the color London, and I didn't feel like that was what I wanted it to look like. It felt really kind of just like it blended in with my lips. It didn't stand out at all. It wasn't really cool tone enough for me. So I placed this on, and then I decided like immediately after it was not good enough. So I went in with the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the color Mannequin and just put that right on top, and that kind of gave me the more nudie vibe that I was going for. And then of course once your lips are done, then this look is complete. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. And don't forget to check the description box for all the products that we used today and links to some of my previous videos. And I think that's all I have to say. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Hi friends, welcome back. So today I'm bringing you guys another video, and this is going to be a pretty different video for my channel. And this is actually the second time that I'm filming this.